From the title, you guys know this is going to be a detailed tutorial today. I just really wanted to take the time to do this tutorial because I get so many questions on a daily even though I do these tutorials, people still asking me, questions about like how to, blend your concealer properly, how to really, just in general, how to blend, better. And so that is the main focus of this video today. So as you can see, I already went ahead and did my brows off camera, just get that out of the way. A tutorial is down below specifically for how to do your eyebrows. Now I haven't nothing else is on my face at the moment. I'm wearing contacts from balongeese.com. These are in the shade Ochre and they're from the Solotica line. I have a discount code PETITE-SUE. All the information will be down below if you're interested in that. So I'm not going to apply any primer today for this look just because I'm doing this for the sake of the tutorial. So yeah, all you do before going straight in with the makeup is just applying your makeup, applying your primer, and that will just ensure, durability of that makeup look. I'm just going to jump straight into highlighting. This is because I do not wear foundation at the moment. I feel like I'm gonna end up saying this in every video, but for the people that continuously watch my video, please don't attack me for repeating myself. I know some people can get easily annoyed, but at the same time I still have a bunch of people continuously asking why is it that I don't apply foundation. I do not wear foundation because it's a personal preference. That's it. I have no problems with foundation. I apply foundation to my clients. I don't necessarily do their makeup the way I do mine. So I'm going straight in with Fawn from LA Girls Pro Conceal. This is not a shade that matches my complexion. Yeah, this is basically to make certain areas of my face look like it's coming forward, make it seem more highlighted. That's pretty much what it is. So I'm just gonna go in with this in those areas. And whenever I apply my concealer, I do not necessarily go all the way up under my eye because when we blend that, it will blend out, and this is as much as I will apply beneath my eyes. That's usually the first place I start to highlight. Make sure you have, now to blend, I always have a damp, not dry, damp beauty sponge or beauty blender. Do please ensure that your beauty sponge or beauty blender is clean. Okay guys, now all you want to do is dab, not wipe, but dab on it, and just that motion alone will help to the product to be distributed evenly. And as you see, as I'm blending, the product will distribute up under my eye. I also take whatever is left on the lid. Okay, there. I repeat this very same step to the next eye, the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. Now if you ever feel as if you've used your sponge and the edges still look too harsh here, which I'm not necessarily experiencing, but at times it does happen, what I usually go in with is like a flat top brush. Okay, this is from ELF and this is their powder brush. They say, but it's actually a flat top brush. I will go on the edges of it and just dab on it, and that will ensure that it's further blended. Just take your time, no pressure guys, no pressure. I'm thinking out loud before we draw a crowd. Reel it in, take it easy, there's no need to scream and shout. As far as I can see. Alright, so now that we've done that, what I like to go in with is just to set where I have highlighted, not bake. I realize that after some people apply their highlighter, they go straight into baking. Now some people it works for them, everyone is different, but personally for me and how I apply makeup, I realized that when I did it in the past, I experienced some cakiness and patchiness, and even using the Sacha Buttercup powder, I experienced it being too yellow. And I see that a lot of people have been saying they're having that problem. Now, as I said, please do not deposit too much product at once. So that's what you need to focus on. The less you apply, the better, because you can always build it up. That is key. You can always build it up. Now it's time to go in, and I'm going to lightly set the ear. But first, before I go beneath my eyes, sometimes you can experience a bit of creasing right beneath the eyes right here. We do not want that. So we're going to go back in with the damp beauty sponge and just ensure that it is smooth. So this is the amount of product I have up on the brush. I'm just tapping off the excess, and when I place it on the skin, I do not swipe it, I press it in the skin. So that means it's setting the product in place, okay? And that's basically it. So I'm gonna do this and come back. Trust me, I don't wanna feel no more. We can go ahead, and you realize that nothing is on the rest of the face. Absolutely no product. Now, if you're somebody that wears foundation, definitely can do this. So naturally you're going to have to set your foundation, or if you're doing like me, you'll have to balance out the rest of your skin. You cannot go out just like this. It doesn't work. It's not gonna look right. So in the case for my people that wear foundation, you just go in with a actual color that matches your skin tone. And the same goes for the people that do not wear foundation, like what I'm doing. Alright, so I love this powder. You guys know it. Like, you guys know it. This is my Milani powder, and it's in Warm 109. I'm just going in with, you know, a regular powder brush, and this is from, I think this is from Pommy by Lyric. Big up yourself, Lyric. Yes, it's from Pommy. It is from Pommy, and it's like a powder brush. So I just take this and I literally press the product in the skin. I press it in the skin, and I didn't even take up that much product. And you see, it's just balancing everything. Now, one thing I always do is whenever I apply my actual face, or the powder that matches my skin tone to my face, I overlap the portion that I highlighted. So I don't stop. I don't like stop below it or stop at the edge to where I applied it. I overlap. So that makes it appears even more seamless. So using the very same powder, guys, this is what I use to contour my nose. The reason why I go in with the same powder on the sides of my nose is because I do not like a harsh nose contour. So to make everything appear a little bit more natural but still snatched, I use my same face powder. And whenever I apply this, I just, you know, use small patting motions. I connect the contour from the beginning of my brow, and I just work my way along the nose bridge, down along the nose bridge, you know, all the way to the tip. If you're just going to work or whatever, you can literally just rock out like this. If you want, you can apply a little bit of liner, some lip gloss, boom, you're good to go. A little bit of mascara, and that's it. Simple daytime look. Because I come across a lot of people that they love to just have that flawless natural look. They don't want to be contoured, they don't want to be over highlighted, and that's totally fine. Plus, for some occasions you definitely need to tone it down, and I feel like something like this would definitely suit that. Okay, but now we're gonna take it a little bit further, because remember, this video is about blending. We're gonna move on to the contour. Now this is a step today. I'm actually going to be going in with my BH Cosmetics matte finish press powder, and this is the Studio Pro one, and it's in the shade 255. I go in with a another Pommy brush, and this is the angled brush. And the way you use this brush is not like this, guys, not like this, but like this. I usually just work from like here and go along my jawline, not my jawline but the hollows of my cheek. I don't just keep it like in one straight line like this. What I start doing from the other day, I kind of, you know, use a circular motion, like I'm kind of running the brush in a circular motion and going down the hollows of my cheeks, and that helps it to look less harsh and kind of helps the product to diffuse a little bit better. Most times I do not contour my forehead because I don't have a big forehead, but sometimes I kind of want up there to look a little bit bronzed, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So sometimes I'll just take whatever is left on the brush and I'll just go up there and tap it, and that's pretty much it for the contour. Guys, I know it seems like I'm talking a lot. I know I kind of am, but I mean, this is a talk through, this is a detailed video. I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. So yeah, that's the purpose of this video. Now the next step is baking, and baking is definitely optional. I realize that not everybody like to do it. Some people prefer to do it lighter than others. Totally fine, totally fine. The reason why I choose to bake, guys, is because it ensures durability of the makeup look that I'm wearing throughout the day, and also it helps to catch my eyeshadow fallout. So we're gonna go in now. I use my damp beauty sponge once more to dip into my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I just go beneath my eyes and tap it on. Now I keep a light hand doing this as well, and that's pretty much it. And I do the same thing on the next side. Now sometimes what I actually do is take it up on the sides of my nose so that it gives my nose a slimmer look. It definitely helps with that, guys. Then I go on my Cupid's bow, center of my chin, and the bridge of my nose, and I tap this really lightly because I want a slim line, and the center of my forehead. Not too much from my forehead though. I keep it very minimal up there. Alright, okay, so I kind of blended it out on my nose, but we're gonna go back in with the brush we used to contour earlier and just snatch this up so the line is straighter. Like, whenever you feel like you make a mistake, guys, there's always a way to fix it. Alright? So don't panic and say, Jesus Christ, I forgot to wash off my face. This is where you know that it's time to begin your eyes. So let's jump into that. I'm not necessarily showing you guys how to apply your eyeshadow here. I do have a very specific video on how to apply your eyeshadow, and it's definitely beginners friendly as well. Guys, everything in makeup takes practice, so don't just watch it and say, oh, my can't do this because I never do it before, or this is too technical for me. Every single thing takes practice, and it's not just makeup. A lot of things in life, you're not going to be perfect at it at first. I just want to go over with how to properly blend, like your transition colors, just the basics of blending. It's going to be a very basic look. Okay, so today I want to go into my Morphe 12P palette. Alright, and I'm using the red from this palette. I'm also going to be using the same shade from the BH Cosmetics pressed powder to help to I'm going to blend the two of them together basically for my transition color. First, I'm going to go in with the pressed powder, and I'm using this tapered brush from Pommy. What you been looking for? You want to first just deposit the shadow like either in the middle of your crease or the outer portion of your crease, and you take that and you blend it back and forth. You go in a windshield wiper motion basically, and you keep a light hand. Please guys, always bear in mind, keep a light hand. I'm going to go in with the red now. I'm just going to do the very same thing. You can even go further, guys, and use a fluffier blending brush to ensure that it's well diffused. Now, suppose you feel like you want a little bit more of the color to the end of the crease. You want to create a little bit more depth there. Then the best thing to do would to go in with a darker shade, or you could just build up more of the same shade towards that end. I'm going to just build up the red a little bit more to the end of the crease, and I'm just going to dip back in the product and I'm going to place it right on the, so I'm patting it in that area, patting it in and kind of flickering it out, patting it in, flickering it out. Now if you realize it's a bit harsh right there, so what I'm gonna do is go in with the fluffier brush, and this is from Furless. This is the Pro 7E blending brush, and I'm just, you know, diffusing it. Now for the lid colors, you could definitely go ahead and leave the middle part of your lid empty like this, but suppose you want to go a little bit extra and you want to apply color right there, you can definitely do so. I'm just going to show you how to pat it in. Just go ahead and get like a flat eyeshadow brush, and this is from Vanity Planet. Yes, I do have a special code that can get you major dollars off for this brush set. Bomb brushes. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into my Colorpop Wisp Super Shock Cheek Pearlized Shadow, and this is it, and I'm just kind of like, you know, swiping it in there, and I'm just patting it on. And to make this appear even more pigmented on the lid, you could definitely wet your brush, you could spray it with your setting spray, you know, and it would definitely come off your lid like a dream. No, you know, today I'm just keeping it way more simple. I don't need it to be shocking the whole world like that. But yeah, we're gonna go in with our liner now, and I'm using my Maybelline New York Eye Studio for this, and it is in the shade Blackest Black. I'm going to take my angled brush, my small angled brush from Pommy by Lyric. Now we're going to be applying liner to our lower waterline and lash line. Now today I want to make this pretty thick because I want to get that smoky liner effect. I'm gonna go in with a small fluffy tapered brush. This is from Furless, and this is the Pro 3M brush. This is what we're gonna use to diffuse our lash line here, but we're going to also set it while we blend it out. So I'm going to be using with the BH pressed powder that I use to contour 255, and this is the shade that we're using to, you know, just help to diffuse everything. Before I go on to applying my falsies, just to make things, you know, life a little bit easier, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Colosal Volume Express mascara, and this is in black. For the lashes that I'll be applying today, these are the KoKo lashes. These are luxury Mink lashes, and they're in Amore. Alright, now you see just how much difference just adding lashes make. But now it's time to go ahead and dust away the powder we used to bake. No pressure. I don't know if you still have people out there that don't necessarily like all the glow, but you guys know me that I love the glow, so this is optional. Today for my glow, I'm not gonna go to OD though. I'm going to be taking my fan brush, and this is from Vanity Planet, and this is my gold deposit from MAC, and I'm just gonna be going on the high points of my cheekbones. Now for my nose, I sometimes, very rare, I'll go down the bridge a little bit, just like in the center here, but since recently most of the times I don't. I take like my finger and I just tap on the tip here. Most of the time these are the only points I'll highlight. Sometimes I'll take it further and go over the arch of my brows just a little bit, just like right here. I'm always forgetting this and I don't know why. I forgot to apply mascara to my lower lashes. Today I really want to just go with nude lips, and I feel like I want to stick with matte lips today. You guys know how much I love gloss. So I'm gonna be going in with my Limbo from Colorpop and Saint from Lena Cosmetics. Yes guys, I do have a coupon code, so go ahead and make use. Well, I do have a specific link. All the information to get dollars off will be listed in my description box. You guys know I've been loving Lena Cosmetics since lately. I love their lippies. First, I'm gonna be kind of lining, just basing or going around my lips with Limbo.
Never mind, I'm thinking out loud before we draw a crowd. Reel it in, take it easy, there's no need to scream.
Now to blend out around the edges, I'm just gonna take my finger and pat it in. Now to further blend, I just take a small kind of very small fluffy brush to just pat everything in. And this also helps so it looks super matte. And this is so subtle. This is such a subtle lip. We're done with the lips. I'm just gonna go on the Cupid's bow with a little bit of glow. So this helps the lip to pop a little bit more. That's pretty much it for the look, guys. I haven't done a matte nude lip in a while. Guys, don't forget, I'll list all the products that I used to achieve this look down below in the description box. I really hope that you learned something from this tutorial. That was the aim, you know. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and let me know what other things, what other videos you'd like for me to do here on my channel as usual. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in my next upload. So bye.